Follow us on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to like. Roofman, starring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. It's a fast-paced film. It's 2 hours, but it moves really fast, and it's kind of weird because it also feels like you lived this guy's entire lifetime. It's a movie based on a true story, and it feels as if you lived through this full story with him, but it happens so fast. It's kind of weird to explain. Anyways, somewhere, I don't know if this is the Midwest, more close to the East Coast, definitely not in the West Coast. Or actually, I don't know where it is, to be honest, but basically this guy was a serial thief, and he robbed a lot of McDonald's, Best Buy, just chains. And this is somewhere in like the mid 2000s, early 2000s. I forget exactly when. But basically, as you get to know him and everyone around him gets to know him, including the police who don't really know him personally, but know him through his crimes, they all describe him pretty much the same. He's like a genius level idiot. And he's very skilled, or he has like an innate sense for noticing routines, just patterns. He's a very good pattern recognizer. So that's why he's able to conduct such serial crimes, because he notices patterns. So he follows the patterns and commits the crimes with the openings within those patterns. Now, he does get caught pretty early on, but it's the escape. Once he actually escapes from prison and he starts hiding out in this Toys R Us, the suspense of this man's freedom and safety is pretty much keeps you on your seat throughout the film. Because the whole time I kept on thinking, man, even though he was like scot clear for a while, like he laid low long enough for the police to kind of not ignore him, but just lighten up on him, because they didn't really ever forget about him. They just kind of let the case marinate, especially if you're sitting in one place for a while. Because, I mean, no matter what you do, if you're an escaped convict, it's only a matter of time until you get caught, unless you somehow escape out of the country to somewhere where there's no extradition. Then you're cooked. The film is so bittersweet because this guy who is like, you have a great skill, but it just seems like you couldn't really find anywhere to apply this skill outside of crime. So it's like, on one hand, it's like you got a gift, but you're using it on all the wrong places. But at the same time, you understand, because you get to know this man, he's like, has a family, lost the family due to his desperation to provide and keep them. And then after he escapes from prison the first time, he finds a new family. And actually, he finds a community through the church, which I actually was really surprised. And actually, it's refreshing to see a church being portrayed for what it is. It is a community. The people there help each other. It's not like the regular Hollywood church people bad. And a lot of the songs they sing in the church too are very beautiful and also very relevant to what this man is going through. So it's not just like they get together and sing some songs. It's like whoever's choice it was, whether it was the writer, the director, for these songs to be playing during these specific parts to be relevant to the narrative. Solid job to you. I'm impressed. But anyways, I think another reason too, I think for the general audience, this is a film you could watch with anybody. Like, you could take your friends, you could take your family. I think no matter who you watch this film with, if you go, with anyone, you could watch this by yourself. But the most interesting thing about the film is when it ended. When the credits were rolling, they were showing some B-roll, and it was kind of almost like a slight documentary about the guy in real life and the people around him. And everyone in the theater that I went with, well, I went by myself, but everybody that was in the theater, there had to be like 20 of us. No one left. Everyone stayed to watch this credit roll documentary style ending. And I think that's just how much everyone enjoyed the film. Like, the story was really engaging. The people really connected with all these characters. And it's amazing like I said, it's 2 hours long. So within 2 hours, the amount of relationships they were able to establish, because there's a lot of people to kind of take into consideration here, is pretty impressive. And for the audience to want to stick around while the credits are rolling, it's not like some Marvel post-credit scene where it's like, who's the exciting person that's going to come next? No, it's like people still wanted to know more about this guy's life. So everyone, including me, we all just stayed to watch this small documentary that would happen during the credits. So I think Roofman is a high recommendation from me. For more uneducated expert analysis on film and cinema and the creative field in general, follow us on Twitter at Ghettoplex_MP4, on Instagram at Ghettoplex.mp4, and subscribe to us on YouTube at Ghettoplex.